We're here at Peggy's Cove Lighthouse, one of the most iconic attractions in Nova Scotia and one of the most photographed lighthouses in all of Canada. We've actually been here many times, and like most people, we've come for a couple hours just to see the lighthouse and the beautiful scenery surrounding it, as it's only about an hour from Halifax. But this time's a special trip for us because we're going to be spending a few nights here in the community checking out one of the latest attractions called 6 by the Sea, which is 6 historical buildings that have been restored to showcase a little bit of East Coast inspired food, art and culture.
We're Matt and Karla, a Canadian couple exploring this beautiful country and sharing our best travel tips and experiences.
Since 2023, our twin girls have been part of the journey, adding a little more chaos and a lot more joy. From coast to coast to coast, we're here to help you do Canada right.
Peggys Cove is a treasured, iconic tourism spot, not just in Nova Scotia, but also nationally. And I think first and foremost, people are intrigued by the majestic, rugged beauty of the landscape. And when they come here and realize that it's also a working village, people live here, I think people are really taken by that East Coast charm that really comes through when you drive through and you visit Peggys Cove. What inspired me to start 6 by the Sea is, first and foremost, I'm a very proud Maritimer, like I'm a proud Canadian. I'm not necessarily part of Peggys Cove's history, but they've been very much a part of mine. And my daughter and I, along with my parents, would come here many times to visit. One of the most important things of this project was to renovate the buildings and to renovate them in a way that was authentic to their history and their architecture. With so many tourists coming to Peggys Cove to visit, it's such a wonderful opportunity to share our culture, our heritage, whether it's music, arts. In Holy Mackreel, we're sharing a lot of locally produced products. It's a wonderful space to in a short amount of time, share a little bit about what Atlantic Canada is all about.
As I mentioned before, this is the first time we're staying in Peggy's Cove. There's no big hotels here. In fact, the guest house we're staying at is Meg Inn. It's right behind me. They have 3 beautiful rooms. Each one has a queen bed and a pull-out sofa bed as well in case you have extra people. They're really nicely decorated, really nice people, and they're located perfectly right next to 6 by the Sea. Well, to start off our day, we're here at the first building we're going to be visiting, Margarets Cafe.
You will never guess that this house was from the 1800s. It's been beautifully decorated, and I love how they kept some originals, such as the beams that you can still see at the ceiling. Also, the fireplace looks like the original. And what is very cool is at the entrance of each building, there's a QR code that you can scan to learn more about the history of each building.
So Margaret's Cafe is open throughout the day. It's a great place to pop in. They have lots of different hot drink options, all very good. And then of course they have paninis that can be warmed up, bagels, and a lot of different baked goods as well.
Very good. For our next stop, we're gonna go into Holy Mackreel, which is a retail shop right in front of Margarets Cafe. And what is very cool about it is that it has unique products and crafts by over 100 Atlantic Canadian artisans and vendors. If you're like me that like to take a souvenir from the place you're visiting or maybe grab some gifts, this is the perfect shop because there's really something for everyone. They have so many goods, a lot of handmade or handcraft stuff which are very beautiful. Of course, a lot with that maritime vibe, but there's also of course some Canadian goods. They even have a Christmas ornament section which is permanent. Maybe you want to grab some cards because you don't have so much space, but very, very unique and very cool stuff. Something that I really like was the jewelry, which is made from an artisan in Lawrencetown's beach, which is a surfing beach, and she grabs the sea glass and with that she makes her own jewelry.
So now we're actually right behind Margaret's Cafe at Spinrift Gallery. This building used to be an auxiliary building to a house, so kind of like a garage. Now they've turned it into a gallery that features historical exhibits and fine art by Atlantic Canadian artists. Right now they have a special exhibit that was created just for them, which features photographs of Peggy's Cove between the 1920s and 1950s. So this is a cool little feature they have. They have postcards that you can buy and mail off right behind the building. You can put them in the mailbox. So we're going to send one to my dad because I'm pretty sure this will remind him of what it was like growing up in Newfoundland as well. Aside from the postcards, you can also pick up a memoir that was written in the 1940s about life in Peggy's Cove. Well, these look really good. They're like kind of like poutine, but they're the Nova Scotia specialty. So of course we had to get the lobsterlicious because you can't come to Nova Scotia and not try lobster. But you also shouldn't come to Nova Scotia and not try Donaire because, in case you don't know, the Donaire was actually originated in Halifax. Super good.
You're getting a good sunburn there.
Now, who would have thought I'm going to get burnt in Nova Scotia in May?
Even though it's still quite nice outside, the wind just picked up, so it was a little bit challenging to eat outside, but it would have been very nice to sit on the lounge chairs. And now it's my turn to try the Donaire. It's pretty good. The sauce is so nice, and the fries are nice and crispy, not soggy, which is the best part.
And you guys, how's the fries?
I don't know if you guys heard Miss Rachel in the background, but she's our best friend. She keeps the babies entertained because I think officially we entered the terrible twos. They're only less than 2 months away, but oh my goodness, it's scary. Now it's time to explore the Schoolhouse, the 5th and final building. And as you can see, I'm standing on a ramp. So I just want to point out that all the buildings of 6 by the Sea are accessible, which I think is something very thoughtful. So whether you're on a wheelchair or using a stroller like us, it just makes it very easy to move around.
Welcome to the Schoolhouse. The building here was built in 1839. It operated as a school up until 1958. At its peak, there would have been 35 students that went to school here, and it would have ranged in all the different grades. So the teacher's desk is the original teacher's desk from when it was operational in 1800s.
I don't think they've seen a bell before.
One of the things that's cool about these historic buildings is they've obviously tried to keep as much of it intact and as much as the original pieces as possible. Even here at the school, this is the original doorway, and it still has all the etchings from the students when they used to carve their names and things like that. Well, we're back at Margaret's once again. But this time we're here for supper, kind of. They really recommended having their seafood chowder, so we wanted to come back right before they close and try it out. It does look delicious. Seafood chowder, one of my favorites, and obviously something you have to get on the coast. It is good. It's a nice piece of lobster right there.
I was really looking forward to try this because I love chowders. Oh my god, delicious. And it comes with a biscuit, and we ordered a London pho, and this is something new that I've never seen on a chowder. Nice touch, which is tomato oil.
Well, now it's time for bed, well, especially for the twins. And something we always do is read them a book before bed, and we actually managed to pick up some new ones at the gift store here. And these are actually in Mi'kmaq, which is the indigenous peoples that are found around these parts of Nova Scotia. It's kind of cool. Which one do you want to read? This one first? Okay. And we even got them these cute little...
Knitted.
knitted blue lobsters, because this is like a rare lobster that can be found around here, a blue one. Hey,
And they like it.
you guys want to read this? This is how you say different animals in Mi'kmaq. Gobit, which is beaver. Gobit. Gulliboo, which is caribou.
Well, today we decided to stop at the visitor center. Probably that should have been our first stop, but we don't have too much time. But definitely, if it's your first time, we recommend stopping by because there's so much information, not only about Peggys Cove, but also around the area. So if you're thinking on doing other activities while you're in Nova Scotia, definitely you should stop by. Today is a big day here in the community. It's Thursday, so a lot of cruise ship buses come in to the community. They say that they expect around 2,000 people, so that's a lot of chow there. And it's super cool because today as well they have a Kaylee, which in Nova Scotia means that it's live music, either in a community hall or in businesses like this, where they usually play fiddle or the guitar. And also there's a very cool lobster just out of Hunky Dory, giving some samples of very delicious lemonade as well as ice cream. So it's a pretty cool day to come in because a lot of action.
Well, we're back at Hunky Dory because we were told we can't leave without trying their delicious ice cream. They have soft serve options as well as a number of different kind of recipes that they put together that look super good.
And the twins love it. They're asking for more. Oh! This is gonna be for me.
Yeah.
She's licking her lips. Is it good? Mama.
Getting all over my hand.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, we're just laughing because we didn't expect that having ice cream was gonna be so messy in so many ways. Like our hands are full. Babies really enjoy the ice cream. Look at the jackets. You think that it was the last day because their jackets are just so dirty right now. But happy moments.
They like ice cream, that's for sure.
Sadly, it's time to go, but I couldn't leave without coming back for this lighthouse, which is actually made in a small town called Wolfville here in Nova Scotia. And if you come and you don't have a space in your suitcase, they have a flat rate shipping within Canada and the US. And if you cannot make it out this way, you can shop on their website all year round.
Well, that's it for our time here in Peggys Cove. As usual, we loved our time here in Nova Scotia, even though it is getting a little more challenging now that the babies are walking and getting into all sorts of stuff. But definitely if you're looking for a relaxing time to enjoy the Maritimes, Peggys Cove is a great place to visit. You can stay at Meg Inn just like we did, right in the heart of it all. And you definitely want to spend some time here at 6 by the Sea, because not only will you get some delicious food and find some great gifts and things like that, but you can learn about the history of the area in such a great way. And of course, if you're coming to Nova Scotia, you're not going to just hang out in Peggys Cove. There's so much else to do in this province, so make sure you check out all the other videos that we have about Nova Scotia. I'll link to some of them in the description below. And of course, you can always check out our website as well at mustdocanada.com. You still got a jacket on though, you know? Looks kind of funny.
Yeah. That's actually what they said, that is the very first day of sunny blue skies after the spring, or in the spring.
Say hi.